It's August 27th, 2004.
No. It's September 3rd, 2004.
No, it's December 1st, 2004.
No, it's January 4th, 2005.
No, it's...
You know what? I don't really care what it is, because Superbabies Baby Geniuses 2 is released in theaters.
They irritate the irritated, flex perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everybody. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This, the only podcast to view morally reprehensible movies and then ask the equally immoral question, why would you make this? You just heard Falling Off Your Love by Kill Paris. I am Jimmy Time. I'm joined by my co-host. He's the same color as his wallet, so sometimes we just put money in his mouth. Danny Money. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. All the bad stuff in the world seems to settle in his head, and it spews out of his mouth all over town. That's why we call him J Delta. What's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
All
What's
right,
going on?
having fun, right? Having fun.
Yeah, fucking...
All right, you guys saw Superbabies Baby Geniuses 2.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
Did you guys see Baby Geniuses 1?
Yes, a long time
Long
ago.
time ago.
Yeah, like
when it came out in
way,
theaters.
way,
Yeah. Did you like it?
I don't recall.
You know?
Yeah,
You don't recall? All right. Yeah, me either.
Oh,
I want to say
honestly,
I did, but I don't recall, really.
My most vivid memory is the fact that Christopher Lloyd is in it.
Yes.
That's it. That's the limit of my
He
memory.
was in fact there.
Yeah.
I may be remembering wrong, and he may have just been in the theater with me at the time. All right. Well, regardless, this was once again a film that got lost in translation. All right. So first off, we got a couple of working titles actually. In the U.S., this film was called Baby Geniuses 2: Return of the Superbabies. Made sense.
Yeah, I guess.
Except it didn't, because none
There
of the
are no
babies.
super babies,
Well,
yeah.
not only that, none of the people from the first one were in
Yeah.
the second one. And, well, they kind of are, but I don't know. I won't even mention it. Next in the UK, another working title was just called Baby Geniuses 2, no subtitle.
All right.
And then in Spain, there was an alternate title of The Superbabies.
Superbabies.
All right, so Brazil is the only country I have here that listed the film as Baby Geniuses 2 Superbabies, which is just the reverse of what it was called, so that's fine. Russia went ahead and called it Superbabies Child Prodigy 2. That's because Child Prodigy was called Wunderkind.
Wunderkind.
Yeah, even though it's Russian. I don't know why.
All right.
That's, yeah. Poland called it Super Kids Geniuses in Diapers 2. That's keeping a theme, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Look, these next couple just went whatever. France called it Little Geniuses 2. Hungary called it Mini Geniuses 2. And Spain, which they just didn't give a crap. They called it Some Little Geniuses 2. Just a couple of them.
Some fucking babies
Whatever.
or something.
It might be yours. Check your backyard.
No wonder, with the titles like that, internationally it only made $200,000 foreign, and not nearly helping it to get to its budget of $20 million. Because, yeah,
$20 million
for this movie.
Dollars. American.
Yeah.
American, yeah.
Specifically American, yes.
Yeah, it only made in the U.S. $9.1 million.
That's probably to this day, too. Like,
Yeah, like nobody...
Oh, I'm not surprised. It was an awful movie.
no, awful is too kind.
It's a piece of shit.
Ugh.
I can't believe 1.4 million people actually went to go see this in the theaters when it was out. Ridiculous.
That's just flabbergasting, really.
I will say, you can tell the movie is just utter and complete dog shit because it's free on YouTube. The movie's like 10 years old, and you can just watch it in HD on YouTube. Nobody's fighting to take it down.
They're fighting to keep it up, probably.
Yeah.
Probably just happy somebody actually bothered to watch it.
All right. So, just keep going, right? Hop into the favorite hour?
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
Troy McClure Hour. Hello there. I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such films as, oh God, what's that? The Backfiring Science Experiment. And, oh dear God, what is that? The second Backfiring Science Experiment. Today, we're here to talk to you about Nazi scientists. So, Jon Voight plays Bill Biscayne/Kane. You may remember him from such roles as Jim Phelps in Mission Impossible, Defense Secretary John Keller in Transformers, and most recently, Mickey Donovan in the television series Ray Donovan. Scott Baio, a guy that I kind of forgot existed in this film.
I didn't recognize him either.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't recognize him.
I thought he still looked the same. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I don't know, whatever. Maybe I recognize him more than you do.
Yeah.
Maybe you haven't recognized him since Happy Days.
Yeah, I haven't watched enough Charles in Charge.
That's the problem. There it is. That was my show back in the day. So Scott Baio plays Stan Bobbins. You remember him from such roles as Charles in the television series Charles in Charge, Bob Loblaw in the Netflix original series Arrested Development, except it's not an original series, actually.
Well, the latest season.
Yeah.
So it's not an original series. It's an original season of an old series.
That's confusing. And most recently, Foop in the TV movie A Fairly Odd Summer. Yeah, I can explain it to you.
No, you don't have to. But that's still going on?
Oh, yeah.
Really? I thought they
Apparently.
canceled it. Wow.
That's impressive.
Yeah, you haven't seen, did you know, recently, Drake Bell, they did a live-action version where he was an 18-year-old Timmy Turner, and he still got the godparents.
No.
Yeah, live action, yeah.
Really?
Wow.
I believe Jason Alexander played Cosmo.
Of course you did.
And then they made a sequel to that, which may be this one. I don't know. Next, we have Vanessa Angel, who plays Jean Bobbins. Remember her for such roles as Lisa in the television series Weird Science.
What?
Yeah, that was
the
her.
TV series.
No, not
yeah.
the movie.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No. Just breathe for a second. Yeah, you gotta know.
I remember the TV series, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was garbage.
Yeah. It was back when the whole USA original.
Yeah, it
program,
was bad.
When they were just anything to beat TNT, but anything. Claudia in Kingpin, and Lilith in Lockhart. Kingpin's that bowling.
Yeah, wow, this girl is not. She does not make. She has to fire her agent.
Probably.
Or quit
probably,
acting.
yeah. Those were the top 3 billed people, but I'm pretty sure the teenagers were. They were in it more than Scott Baio and Vanessa Angela.
Yeah.
So Skylar Shea plays Kylie. Remember her for such roles as Chloe from the 2007 Bratz film. I believe it was animated. I'm pretty sure it was just a voice. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. As well as the video game Bratz for Real. Yeah. And most recently, Kylie from the Baby Geniuses franchise.
Fucking what a stellar career, really showing her range.
Mm-hmm. And finally, Justin Chatwin plays Zack. You remember him for such roles as Robbie in War of the Worlds, Goku in the 2009 Dragon Ball Evolution, and most recently, Detective Cooper Wells in the TV movie Breed. You can see the full cast and crew at imdb.com. Yeah, so, you have anything else to say? No?
No, I mean, I will say,
Moving on.
I think there are hidden bits of genius in this movie.
Yeah.
Just they're there, but they weren't capitalized on. I don't know if they're there on accident. I don't know. It's usually legitimately just someone muttering in the background or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's shit like that. That I was like, really, this is fucking happening, and I kind of popped a little bit.
Okay.
There's one scene that I was watching it and I laughed, and then they called out and I was like, oh, that's not funny anymore.
They explain the joke.
Yeah,
basically.
they explained it, and I was like, a Mel Brooks movie would have done this so much better.
First off, why are you comparing
Yeah,
this movie to a
seriously.
Mel Brooks
Because
film?
it's just the first dumb parody, I'll explain when we get to the scene.
All right, fine. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the film.
Sure.
Unfortunately. It's a piece of shit.
Okay, we open on a very active daycare. Babies are making gibberish to each other, and the onlooking adults think it's real speech. Or at least the wife does, as the husband is way too busy trying to get a broadcasting company on the phone.
No, honey, they're definitely talking to each other. Look at them.
what a loon.
Yeah.
Like, how, like, oh my God, like, already, like, even though this is a sequel and we know, yeah, that's all true, still, batshit insane is what this lady is.
Absolutely crazy. I can't believe it. Like, the husband should leave her first, then his company's worth millions of dollars, because now if he leaves her, and then he loses half the company, and...
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's keeping her, like, you know, it's like a sympathy vote. Like, oh, invest in my company, I got a batshit wife. it's like a Lincoln thing, you know? Lincoln had a crazy wife, he became president. That's how he's doing it in his mind.
Yeah, but then he got shot.
He didn't really follow the movie all the way to the end. Kind of left halfway through. He's like, that's genius, I gotta capitalize on this now.
Everything turned out great for Lincoln.
Yeah, right? He's on the dollar and shit. Or the whatever, the 5. Money is no object to me, it doesn't matter. So in the daycare, the lead baby is telling a story about a super baby who can do it all and talk to babies and adults and kick butt, and the rest of the babies claim that it's absolutely impossible. He starts to tell a story about it, like, oh, let me tell you about the story about this great baby. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I thought it was weird to me. The one girl baby in the scene, did you notice that she was like behind a fan the whole scene?
Oh no!
Like she was like she was in a photo shoot, like her hair was flowing the whole time. I was like, why? I don't know. I thought it was weird.
I'll throw this out now. No, I fucking hate. Maybe it's the evil, heartless monster in me, but I fucking hate movies that are like, it's about these kids who are special and they're gonna stop the bad adults. No, the adult would murder you. He would shoot you in the face with a gun. The end. Hate movies like that.
So give you a swift kick to the neck.
Yeah,
you'd go down.
You're a baby. Your head, your body can't support your neck, can't support the head, and you just push and then crunch, you're dead.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
The second thing is the mouths, I'm pretty sure were CGI, right?
Oh, that was so creepy.
But here's the thing. Number one, they were really fucking creepy. Number two, when the camera's like over the shoulder and you don't see the baby, oh, they talk perfectly natural. As soon as it cuts and they have to like mouth with the baby's movements, all of a sudden the babies have some kind of mental disorder and they have to talk like this. And then the camera cuts and they're back to speaking normal, smooth, and it was so...
There's one point like way later where the lead baby Archie is like, I'm gonna prove myself to you. What's the guy? Kahuna. He's like, I'm gonna prove myself to you, Kahuna. I'm gonna prove to be your sidekick. And like that's the line they deliver in the film with the in it. I was like, what? Really?
You're using CGI for the mouths. Like what? Why is this
there
so
had
difficult?
to have been a point like this the daycare scene must have been all shot in order. In the daycare scene, they were like, oh my God, we're on take 59, like, just fuck it. Every other scene, one take, it's done. I don't care, I'm done with this. We wasted all our cash on the opening scene.
The best is way later on. There's a scene where all the babies are supposed to be like, oh no, and like 3 of them are, and the other one's just like, la la la, with a big smile on her dumb face.
Yeah.
And I could just imagine, they were like, and action. They're like, and action. No, cut. You know what? Fuck it. We're not gonna get all 4 crying at once. Close enough.
Oh my God. Yeah, like I know they're children, but I can't help but just go, what terrible fucking actors these children are.
What terrible fucking parents. Like, how does the CPS or whatever not take your kids away after you put them in this movie?
I don't know.
How do those kids live with themselves after being in this movie?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why they're all twins, so they only have to deal with half of it at a time. Yeah.
Like, how do you do that? How do you, listen, hey, before we get any further into this relationship, I should really let you know that I was one of the main babies in Baby Geniuses too. It's like you have some kind of fucking awful disease.
It's worse than AIDS, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Baby Geniuses 2, it's worse than AIDS.
Sounds about right.
And now that you mention it, how the hell did he get the name Kahuna? Did they mention that at all?
No. Nope.
No, not even once.
Nope.
He's not even fucking Hawaiian or anything.
How about let's figure out why the main bad guy is German. Like literally, he's like, I feel more German than I do American, so I'm going to talk like this the rest of my life.
there should have been a scene where like a bunch of German children were like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you speaking this way? You're American."
That part of me,
It's like I love you. I love me.
part of me like thinks that, again, because I found some bits funny. Part of me thinks that Jon Voight was just legit like, listen, I could just phone this in and give like a lame, or he's like, or I could just fucking do whatever the dick I want. He's like, yes, I'm German now. They're like, well, hold on, your name's like Bob Kane. You're not German. He's like, no, I'm German. I feel evil. So
Pretty sure I'm German. Yeah.
some of the scenes later on when Jon Voight's reacting, he's just making these faces like, oh no, don't do that.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Those are my favorite parts. Like there's like if people are fighting the kid and he's like, no, look, see, look, I told you, watch, look, it's happening, no, look, oh no. Like just like for like 5 minutes straight. So yeah, he's telling his story. They're like, first off, we're already getting like a weird like story / flashback because it's a story in half the people's mind, but in his mind, it's a real like historical event.
The fact that it takes place in the 60s, Germany, yet this kid is using, they were just like, fuck it, it's the 60s, but they have, computers and all this.
Not even the 60s, because wasn't it during World War II, and World War II wasn't during the 40s?
No, they say it's like 1962.
Oh, they said it was during the Berlin Wall.
Yeah, during the Cold War, but...
No, I don't remember them saying Cold War. I remember them saying during the Berlin Wall, which that's a long period of time to fucking,
And yet, Jon Voight looked completely the same from the 60s to the 2000s.
What do you mean? I had the blonde hair in the 60s and now it's gone gray.
It's that German, Nazi technology.
Yeah.
So yeah, they tell a story about a super baby in Berlin in the 60s. And then finally, this is when we finally get the title of the movie, like the title appears on the screen. I was like, I thought we weren't going to do that. I thought it was way past that point. The super baby is named the Kahuna, also sometimes the Super Kahuna. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. So he's sneaking into a heavily guarded place of some sort, and he uses some gadgets, and he rolls right up to the building. And I don't know if it was just me or like the copy that I had or whatever, but did the beginning of the story flash back into like VHS quality?
No, it must have just been your
No,
copy.
it must have just been me. Yeah, whatever. Well, whatever. First off, when did Heelys come out?
When did what?
Heelys come out. Remember those?
Not in the
Heelys?
60s.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't back then, I don't think.
Maybe he invented them. He is a kahuna.
Yeah, he's the kahuna. He probably invented them.
And he's been around forever.
I guess. I don't know why he needed him. He could have just walked behind the car.
No, yeah.
He could have had those light up shoes when you walk. Those guards still wouldn't have seen him.
No.
It did not matter. There was no reason for it. So whatever, he goes up to an orphanage, and I want to point out that this movie it's not a complex film at all.
No.
The phrase things and stuff has been said several times already, and we're only like 10 minutes into the film. It's not, right? So then we get the arch enemy, Captain Kane. He exits, he greets an officer. It turns out that they're stealing orphans for experiments. Kahuna breaks into weird concentration-like camps, because, that's the only type of prison that Germans are allowed to have. There's some kids being held there. He, I don't want to say kidnaps them, but breaks them out.
Yeah,
and
frees them.
Frees them into safety, which he said go to this tunnel, it leads to the U.S. Embassy. But I had to rewind because when he first said it, I thought he said, go in this tunnel, it leads to the U.S. I was like, yes, this movie's going that far, yes. And I rewound and I was like, no, they would have an embassy in Germany. It's in Berlin, too. They probably have an embassy. Like, it's not a very deep tunnel. It's fine. The kids are free, and then Kane comes out and confronts Kahuna, and they give some banter, like, you suck, no, we meet again, whatever, like that. And he's like, can I get a last word? He's like, yeah, what's your last word? Doesn't make any sense. He says duck.
Duck.
And then the car runs them over. I don't understand why. Like, the best thing I could think is maybe they wanted to do like the helicopter version of it, but they just forgot or something or ran out.
That was his strategy, was just to make them laugh so they wouldn't be paying attention when the car came around to hit them.
Oh, isn't it funny? He says about duck that is an animal. That was the explanation you just gave. Do you feel good? You feel good about yourself now?
I do.
right, good. Then we'll move on. Then.
Yeah.
This is good. So yeah, he jumps on the Kahuna jumps in the car and out pops a secret formula and he drinks it and it makes him strong and he super punches out like 5 to 7 guards, no problem. Kicks them all in the head. This is specifically is when we get the whole Jon Voight. Look, see, I told you. Look, no, look out this time. Look, oh no, look. just over and over again.
Wait, and the best part when his car comes and it hits him, he's like, "Oh no, my leg! It hurts. No, it hurts a lot now." It's fucking hysterical how bad it is.
The best part about that is at the very, very end of the movie, somebody kicks him in the shin and he goes, "Oh, that's my bad leg," and that's
It's the wrong
leg. Yeah, first it was the wrong leg, and that's the only time we ever see it again. It doesn't come back.
No, he mentions it when he's getting out of the limo.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the first
okay,
time.
yeah. Well, but so him walking on it hurts, but someone has to kick it for him also to hop. Like it's kind of like it's like a weird like trick knee,
Yeah.
but it's a trick shin.
No, Jon Voight just forgot about it, and the kid kicked him to remind him. Asshole, you're supposed to play that you have a fucked up leg.
It's just Jon Voight just suffering real medical fallibility. Just, oh god, my knee. They're like, just keep rolling. This is great. This is best acting so far. Whatever. Then he hops in a Mustang and leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which technically, if they would have if they didn't give such a specific date, they could have been right because the Mustang was invented in 1964.
Well, to be fair, he's a super baby, so maybe it's a prototype.
I guess. There you go. Done. Done. Film's a genius. We go back to the daycare, and all the babies are like, "Yeah, that definitely didn't happen, Archie. There's no way that happened. That no way happened." Then the adults come in, and they're arguing about, this business subplot deal we have. It's moving way too fast. I hope everybody remembers it. We don't.
No.
Then the other babies, again, this is as hard as it is to sit back and just go, yeah, okay, these babies are spies. It's so much harder to sit back and watch them psychoanalyze each other. That's the worst part where the babies are like, oh, I really hate how Archie's father really neglects him. He really should pay more attention and spend more quality time with him. I'm just like, shut up.
Also, you're like, where are your parents?
Yeah, that too. Like, we don't. These kids are kidnapped and left in a different town, and we don't ever see their parents.
No, we get lip service. At one point, they're like, "Oh, the Finkelsteins," which holy shit, the Finkelsteins.
Yeah,
that's an offensive. I'm offended at that. They picked that name. I don't know. The little Spanish girl's name is Rosita. The black baby talks jive.
He does. He also steals a car.
Yeah, he does.
All right, so after they're done psychoanalyzing each other, they remind each other that they can't speak to adults. They have to do it the one way they can, so they cry. With the more creepy CGI mouth stuff in this scene, I think there might even be more in this scene because we get they keep going back and forth between the three kids and they're not hitting their lines. So it's just like clay mouth. It's so weird. I also want to say that the mom is again super weird. Like a bunch of babies start crying. She's like, "Oh god, they're all hungry. Quick!"
Yeah.
She doesn't even. She's like 50 yards away from babies. That one's hungry. Give it quick. Go for a long pass.
She doesn't care. She's busy looking for the network or waiting for the network to come in.
She's not really doing it so much.
I think she just doesn't know how babies work.
She's too busy falling into a weird psychosis where she's like, "Oh, these babies are definitely giving complex communications to each other, without a doubt."
This whole movie is actually just the wife slowly slipping into psychosis.
Oh, that's it? There's no... I'd believe that, because there's a scene later on where she definitely snaps. Like, in the background, it's so you don't notice it, but she definitely loses her mind at some point.
She goes full Looney Tunes.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. Oh, man. So, outside of the daycare, a limo shows up, and it's Kane, or Biscayne, technically.
Yeah.
That's his name. And the dad goes to greet him, but then he's like, "Oh, no," and he walks away. I don't know why I thought it was silly. When the limo pulls up, all the all the press, they're like, and then Biscayne walks out, like, and they run over to her, like, let's get it quick. It's like they seem so terrible. Like it based on the events that happen, press are horrified of limos. They're just terrified of them. They're like, "Oh god, it's a limo," and then there's just a human inside. It's not one of those giant transforming ones. I guess
it's 50-50 chance. Half the time a limo pulls up at an event, it's a celebrity or it's an important business person.
Okay.
The other half of the time, lions. Lions. Yeah, lions just come out of the limo.
Pour out like clowns.
Pouring out like clouds.
They have their face painted too, so it's not like it's the worst of both worlds. They're attacking you and they're dressed up like clowns. Like, how are you ever gonna go to a circus again? So inside the daycare, the mom introduces the teen girl, whose name is Kylie. Fink marvels over how well she reads, and it's just another like offensive part of the movie. They're like, oh, Archie's like, you love her, you have a crush on her. And I'm like, this baby.
Yeah,
He's like 3.
Yeah.
Exactly. How do they know about love?
What the fuck? It's gross, regardless.
So, did you guys? Because I don't recall anything except Christopher Lloyd from the first Baby Geniuses. Do you know the premise of that?
Of the first one?
Yeah.
No.
Not really. I know there are 2 babies that are twins and they're separated, and eventually they find each other again, and they have superpowers for some reason. But that's about it.
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay.
But apparently the whole plot is based around babies are apparently born with like universal knowledge.
Yeah, that's it. And then when they turn like 3 or something, they lose it
Yeah,
for some
just
reason.
all-
It's just a universal balance or something
Yeah.
like that. Yes. And then for some reason the dad can understand it, but he doesn't realize he can understand it. So that's like at the end, he's like, "Oh, that's right, I understand it now." Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Well, fuck them. I don't know. They shouldn't. They shouldn't have to. Spoiler alert. It's like spoiler present. That's what the heck. Now you don't have to see it.
I don't think they were gonna see it to begin with.
Well, then it's a double gift. Then double gift. It's like that skit on the Amanda Show, I think, when the family comes home from the grocery store and they go, "Oh, look at that! I found $20 in the ice cream, and oh, look inside the chicken, it was a free duck, and what?"
There was a duck in the chicken.
It is. Somebody else has to remember that skit.
There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah, it was a good snake, so it wasn't the Wild West snake. It was like a pet snake.
It's a terrible place to keep a snake.
Boot? Look, whatever. That's your prerogative. So yeah, she introduces, and then the babies are in love, and then they start arguing amongst themselves. And Kylie's like, "Hey, what are you kids babbling about?" And the mom immediately jumps in. "Oh, they're not babbling, they're talking."
They're having a conversation. They're plotting against us.
Yes.
I'm gonna shake that one and see what happens.
Yeah. Immediately, Archie gets up and walks to the window, which means maybe she's right. I gotta escape this situation. He goes to the window, and he looks outside, and we see Biscayne. He's on stage, and he's introducing, "Oh, look, at my new children's interactive television network. It's for kids by kids, and it's gonna be great." And we see, for some reason, there's a bush moving, and inside the bush, there's a kid watching. It's weird. Yeah. I don't know why. Biscayne says, well, they're done with it. And Biscayne says to his henchman, he's like, "I'm going to win, even if it takes forever." And it's like, oh, all right,
That's not nefarious at all.
No, yeah, I know. Inside, Archie's like, "Hey, according to that story I just told that I should have no visual reference for, that's clearly Kane." There's no, it wasn't a video that he watched. It's a word-of-mouth story. I don't understand how, whatever.
No, I saw it on screen, though.
You guys all saw the flashback, right? We
Yeah.
all saw it together. We all looked up and tilted our heads, and there it was. It's like a rainbow. You gotta look at the right angle. So yeah, he says that's Kane, and he's got a scheme, and the rest of you babies, you gotta help me. We gotta do the thing, whatever.
And they're immediately like, "All right, let's stop him." I'm pretty sure this is it.
I think so.
Where they're like, "Oh, we don't like him. Come on, let's go," and they just all agree to help him.
I think if they all agree except for Fink, who's like, "I don't know," and he's like, "Come on, Fink," and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Typical. No, I don't want to do it. Yeah, but seriously, come on. Okay. All right, let's go. All right, come on.
Because peer pressure always wins.
Not even a lot. Like an eyedropper amount.
Yes. Hey, come on, Fink, man. Heroin's...
All right, Jesus Christ, stop standing on my neck. I'll do it. God damn.
Told you heroin's fun.
Poor babies. So they go into the dad's office and they hack into his computer, I guess.
Yep.
I'm just going to presume there was no password on
No.
That's what had to have been what it was. Regardless, they perfectly search the internet for Bill Biscayne. Although not too perfectly, because the first thing they find is a spam pop-up.
Yeah.
Which they clearly gave the dad a virus.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. Ugh. At this point in my notes, I have that I feel this movie is literal garbage.
Oh,
and it should be over in about 10 minutes.
dude, at this point in the movie, I was legit. I was like a little kid, like getting dressed. I was like, like I couldn't take it.
Oh my god. There was an hour left in the film,
I
and I was
know.
like, no. It picked up a little bit, but
Yeah, no.
no, it
I
still
don't think
was.
so.
No, I think.
No, not in excitement, just in pace. It picked up in pace. But
And it picks up
guess.
in what the fuck? How did they let that on screen?
maybe, yeah. Too. So yeah, they're in the thing looking at the spam email or whatever, and then suddenly Biscayne's men just decide, let's just go in this office and talk.
Yep.
They go in, and all the kids abandon Archie, who for
Yeah.
some reason couldn't get down from a chair fast enough.
Fuck him.
Yeah, well, obviously. They come in and start bickering about, like, oh, this place doesn't have good fiber optics or whatever. I don't know why it would. No place has good fiber optics.
It's a fucking daycare.
It's fucking fiber optics company have shitty fiber optics. It's fucking... Right? And they're like, oh, we got a day to do it. And they're like, we can't do it. And then for some reason, he's just like, listen, we better have a lot of paid bureaucrats to get this shit done. I don't know why. Then they realize that the baby's watching.
Yeah.
And they go, he's got to know something.
Yeah.
Let's get him.
That baby.
That baby clearly knows something. Get him. But luckily, the kahuna shows up and saves him.
And how does he show up?
Oh, he's just on the ceiling. He's just on it.
He's not using like suction club gloves or anything. He's just straight up Spider-Man against
Yeah,
the ceiling.
that's just another part of his random powers that he has. He's got a lot of powers in this film.
Yep.
Especially when he drinks his Popeye juice.
Yeah, it's his powers are just whatever's convenient at the time. That's it. That's my power.
They never really explain it. Just super strength, some sort of electricity that goes around him.
Yeah, he does kind of become like Dr. Doom for a second when he drinks the formula. Oh, man. So, yeah, the Kuno shows up and he kicks everybody's butt and he runs away. And the dad's office is wrecked. It is fucking wrecked. There's a computer. No, not anymore. There isn't. No. There's a desk. Well, there were 2 desks. There's only one now. Like, like broken in half, I think. I don't know. Right, whatever. It's fucking. So Archie, the main baby, he runs out and he's like, I saw Kahuna, it was great, and they're all like, yeah, you probably didn't see that at all.
Yeah.
That's definitely
Also, we thought you were a goner, and we
Yeah.
were perfectly comfortable
Yeah.
leaving you for dead.
yeah. We were fairly certain that you were deceased, but you know, life moves on. Life moves on. So. Biscayne's men leave, and as they leave, they're just like, we'll send you a new computer tomorrow. Never mind all the information on it, or the broken desk, or like all the, you still need like man labor to clean all that shit up? No, just whatever, we'll send you a monitor tomorrow.
He found it, and now it's all.
I know, I'm like trying to think of like, first off, the baby's got to be involved, because that's why he's like, I'll make sure I'll have the babies out of your way tomorrow.
Yeah.
So he must be like, we were talking, and then I went to go point to the board, and your baby was behind me, I tripped and fell, and then out of anger, I smashed the other desk. You know the German temper. He said, but this is all your fault.
But we'll bring you a nice new computer.
Yes. German technology. Yeah, so Biscayne's men are like, well, yeah, we'll bring you a new thing, and the dad apologizes, and then, I don't know why, but then Maury thinks like, oh, I think you have anger issues, Rosita, that it stem from intimacy issues, and blah, 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 and Rosita makes a Tyson joke.
Does she?
Yeah.
I missed it.
Oh no, does she make a Tyson joke? No, Fink makes a Tyson joke. He's like, I'm gonna bop you one or something like that, and he's like, all right, easy, Mrs. Tyson.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, what though?
Yeah.
I don't recall
What?
that.
I feel like the only person in the world that would have laughed at that would have been Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
To be like, look, that was me in the movie, yeah! I don't know, I feel he genuinely would have been happy to be
Yeah.
like, that's me, oh shit, I'm still relevant as fuck!
Yeah, this was before The Hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'd have been like, oh shit, I gotta get the Hangover movie going. I got an idea. All Tyson, the whole Hangover series. He saw this movie, was like, I got it! Vegas! Tigers! It's gotta be great. I have no real Tyson impersonations.
That's
you can
okay.
tell.
You just yell.
That's it. I just yell.
And you try.
There was supposed to be a lisp, I think. I didn't try that at all.
Nah, it's all right.
No, it's okay.
We don't judge a man on his speech impediments.
So outside, Kylie, the teen girl, she goes to ask a boy to homecoming, but he's like, yeah, no, I know exactly what you're going to ask me, and you should tutor me. And it's like, and for some reason, Rosita's like, I hate jocks!
And the entire movie relies upon this one scene.
Right? Doesn't it?
The entire movie
Yeah?
hinges on this one scene.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess kind of in a way.
Because we'll get to it.
Man, it really does, huh?
Yeah.
It really fucking does.
Yep.
God damn.
The entire movie relies on the fact that
We never see that guy again.
No.
I mean, we do, because I'm pretty sure that's also Zach with, like, a different hairstyle, but...
we never see the jock guy
No,
again.
that character's gone
Yep.
forever. So, yeah, she goes inside all upset, and Kylie tells Uncle Scott Baio, dad guy, I don't really know what his name is in this movie.
Scott Baio.
Okay. I was like, oh, I'm upset. I gotta take the kids to the park. I don't know why she has to take the kids to the park. Why can't she just go, I need a personal moment. I'm just gonna go away for like an hour or something like that?
I wanna go to the park and hold something underwater. I gotta take the kids for a walk.
They weren't even going to the park, they were going to a museum. Who brings little kids to a museum?
What? Really?
Dicks.
Yeah.
Because then the babies cry, and I'm trying to enjoy some fucking art, and the babies...
And not only that, they've established that there's many babies in this nursery. Who's watching these kids? Because apparently she only cares about those 4 kids.
In the opening, I see there's one other adult in the daycare. So,
Fuck that adult's
Yeah,
life.
seriously.
well, look, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure it was a black lady, so it's...
Yeah.
That's life, you know what I mean?
Oh,
How else are 2 rich white people gonna run a daycare center and be on TV? Yeah, she takes the kids to go to the park, and she bumps into Biscayne.
Does she?
What?
Does she actually bump into them?
Well, she bumps into a desk or something, like, I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure those 2 scenes were shot in completely different times, and they just fucking spliced them together.
They could have.
Because, let me explain what happened.
Okay, let's see.
We see the
Delta
thugs,
vision.
like, all nefariously gathered around each other, like, yes, this kid has top secret information. And then we see Kylie walking with the babies, and then we cut to the thugs going like, and like getting bumped by something off screen that we don't see.
There's a snake in my boots.
Then we see them like, they throw the disc. Then we cut to the disc landing in the stroller, and like her just be like, as though if she bumped into someone, she would be like, oh, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I'm pretty sure she bumped into them and was like, jerks.
There's fucking. It was 2 completely separate scenes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you zoomed out, you would see that there were no actors involved in any of those shots.
I'm pretty sure.
It's just a prop guy for everything.
It was one of those, like, they got to the end of the movie. It was on the fucking editing
Yeah.
desk, and they're like, oh, wait, we need a reason for everything to happen.
I feel like every scene in this movie was that. They're at the end of the movie and they're like, we need a reason for this to be here.
99% of the movie was fucking reshoots and B footage.
Just puzzle piecing all the scenes together. Day 1, just Jon Voight was like, I'm gonna do these 3 scenes. Like, those aren't in the film. Go fuck yourself, I'm Jon Voight.
Also, I'm German now.
You know, I could just call up Angelina Jolie and she'll come and stab you all right.
She's the Tomb Raider,
She's she's the Tomb Raider. She'll do that. So what happens? Yeah, so she walks away with the
She doesn't bump into them, but somehow the disc ends up inside the stroller. So what's the logical recourse?
you stalk her with vans.
Yeah,
You stalk her with several vans.
Which made no sense. If your whole thing is to get them so that you can get the disc, why not just jump out of the one van and kidnap them all at that point instead of be like, you know what? Two vans, we're gonna box them in. That's how we're
I
gonna
don't
do
like.
it.
They didn't. First off, they didn't really box her in. She ran through the woods.
No, I know, but
she ran into a corner. I don't know where she thought she was going.
She outran the van.
Yeah, absolutely. First off,
Ended up in the middle of nowhere.
in the middle of like an abandoned industrial park.
Because,
I don't know where
there's
she was
just
going.
those lying around.
I don't know where she was going, where a museum was within walking distance, but also there weren't any sidewalks in the community. Those two things just don't add up to me. I can't imagine. Yes, we have a municipal town museum, but no safety implements in the roads at all. There's no traffic lights or stop signs.
Well, the town map, the way they were going, it goes, you have the daycare center, right? Then you have to walk through the bad part of town, through the abandoned industrial zone, right? Through Broken Glass Park, and then it's the museum.
That's the park they were trying to go to, right?
Yeah.
Just gonna go to the park real quick. I was too busy with the show. I didn't piece it together. Sure, yeah, that'd be great for the kids. So yeah, they corner her in the industrial park, but of course, once again, luckily, the Kahuna shows up. Yay! So yeah, he drinks his formula, kicks the crap out of like 3 or 4 guys. Shouldn't be easy. He beat up like 7 Nazis before.
Yep. Now
Now he's fighting 4 thugs. It's fine. I say 3 or 4 because I'm pretty sure there were 4 different people in being the fight, but you only see 3 on screen at a time.
Until later on, suddenly the 4th guy's like, I'm here now.
Yeah, now I'm here, yeah. It seems like the 3 guys are like, yeah, we're here to fight. And then some other guy is like, yeah, guys, me too. Can I join? Huh? Do you mind? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna jump in. Here I go. Oh, did you guys? This is the best part. Did you guys notice the music?
Oh no.
No, what?
I thought. No. Go ahead. The
What?
music.
The music. You guys didn't notice
No.
that? It was like the best in the whole movie. I just kept thinking about back to this fucking song. Where it's like doodle-doo. It was like a swing song.
Really?
When they were fighting, you didn't notice?
No.
Oh my god. First it was like an upbeat swing song. It was like like I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then the lyrics were the best. Where it was just watch your step. You just might break your neck.
Yeah, that's right.
That was it. Watch your step.
you're right.
You just might break your neck.
I thought you were gonna point out their escape. Did you remember how they escaped?
Well, they didn't really escape. They kicked the fuck out of 4 guys.
Kick the fuck out of 4
Yeah.
guys. Hop in the van.
Okay.
Right. Then what happens?
They drive the van away.
No, that's not all that happens.
Okay.
He gets in the van, his fucking shoe extends to like start the car or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck you. He looks in the mirror. Oh no, they're back up and here they come. He backs the van into that, or he drives and he brakes. They all run into it. He peels away. The guys, all 4 of them, are all next to each other, fall and collapse, and then the 2 guys roll on top of the 2 other guys after they're on the ground. It's hilarious.
Why?
I don't know. I can't imagine the direction of this. Like, the guys hit, crash, fall, and then, no, cut. Why don't you 2 guys
On the
roll
inside.
on top
Roll
of
to the guys on the outside.
Oh my god.
You know what it probably was? Because before that, he's all beep, boop, beep to his personal Kahuna vehicle,
Yeah.
and then he hops in the van. So I think they roll all the way because the Kahuna vehicle actually drives next to them, and they have to really not get crushed. Even though we don't see that on film.
What happens is the guys collapse, and then the 2 guys roll over and start spooning with the other guys.
well,
that is exactly how.
I don't know, man. It's a guess, really. Oh, also Kahuna speaks the native baby tongue.
Yeah.
He's like, bow, 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 bow.
Dude, I thought you've seen Top Secret before, Mel Brooks film.
Yeah, I believe so.
Right? There's a scene where they're like, oh, we have to meet with this guy who knows where the resistance is. And then the entire scene is filmed in reverse.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. All of a sudden it was just like, yeah. What the fuck?
It's just fucking Earth Girls Are Easy again. So yeah, we go to Biscayne's office and he's watching his network as his right-hand man, Kroll, comes in and he's like, we didn't get the disc. Also, Kahuna's around. He's like, no, give me soda pop. And I don't know if you noticed, but he goes, get me soda pop. He's like, also, give me my globe.
Yes.
Then we show up to the Hollywood sign, and Archie's like freaking. He's like, oh, and then you kicked the guy, and then you jumped, and then you backflipped, and then you did this, and then he's just, recalling everything that just happened. And the teenage girl, Kylie's in the passenger seat, having a full-on panic attack.
Yeah.
There's definitely some poop in her pants. There's no denying that. Eventually they go inside and they walk in and then he's like, shut up, listen, yeah, all that stuff, he's Biscayne's man, and then he's like, look at my secret Neverland Ranch room. I mean, he's definitely like the inner child of Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
He's super old, like, in the inside, but he wants everybody to see how young he is.
But until they actually explain what his whole deal was, I just thought he was some 5-year-old with, like, some learning disability, and that's why he could still speak. Maybe
He has a learning disability, but also he's invented holograms.
listen. No, technically, Zach. What is it? Made the whole area. Zach says he made one there and in Spain and somewhere else.
Did he say he made
I
it?
don't think he
thought
made the
said he helped him.
holograms. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he put it all on Kahuna.
Are we at the holograms already?
Well, yeah, we're in the hideout when everyone's like, wow, wow. And he's like, want to see my pets? And they're all holograms.
And he brings up the, like, weird 1920s clowns?
Oh, yeah, the cop and robber
Yeah,
clowns.
like, those are the clowns you pick?
Yeah, that was very weird to me, was that when I was watching it, I was like, oh my god, technically everything has to be non-copywritten.
Yeah.
So we're just getting shit from, like, the 20s and oh...
Did anybody else feel like he was trying to sell you hologram technology?
Oh,
That's what it felt. He's like, no, and check this out, and you could do this, and look, a lion.
It's like a pet, and you don't have to clean up after. You have to feed it, and it's only $2.99.
3 easy payments of $2.99. If you order now,
You can leave. So yeah, the kids, they run off and play, and Kylie's like, oh, why do you still know baby talk, Kahuna? He's like, I just never forgot it. And this is when
I have a learning disability.
I guess you're right, Daddy Money. We find the imagination station, and all the babies jump in. They're like, cool, we want to be imaginized or whatever. And immediately I'm creeped out because I'm like, oh shit, this is when we reveal that the Kahuna is evil, and he's going to scan all their brains and like steal their souls or something like that. No, it was totally fine. Yeah,
Nope.
No, it's fine. He just like shows them their true inner self, and like, you know, you're brave and you love people and you're strong. And they're like, this is not us at all. We hate it. Change us back. We're not comfortable with our real selves yet. So he changed them back. And
So does that thing alter reality?
I don't know what the fuck that does.
I guess.
Because it just straight up, like, gives them power.
Real powers.
Yeah, like...
Definitely real superpowers.
Yep.
Like, I want to know if there's like a weird augmentation reality station inside the Kahuna, or can they leave the door and just be super forever?
They
Because
can. I think they can be super forever because he does say that to them at the end. You know, you could stay here.
yeah, but oh wait, what? He says what?
he tells him like that you could stay there and be his assistant or a sidekick, but you know you'd miss your family or whatnot.
Oh, So is he real then? Is he just a hologram? Is the Kahuna just a hologram?
He's just some
he's a
18-year-old with autism.
Oh no,
He's a
no.
70-year-old baby.
He was 18 in like, I think 62.
Yeah.
He's like
No, before then. Like, legit 30 something. Because by 1962, Biscayne was already, like...
No, first off, the age
Evil,
thing doesn't
yeah.
make any fucking sense. Well, because yeah, it was after World War II, after World War One
Yes.
was when the experiment started. So he was already like whatever 1 or 2 when that
Yep.
happened. So then you get to the 18 after that point. So if you're, what is it, 30? When did World War One end?
1918.
So
36.
wait, what's 30? What?
No, 1936.
Oh, I'm like, what's
18 from... But that's assuming, like, okay, World War One's over. Better get to work to this formula, and my baby's already too.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that's. I mean, he's got to be like 100 and something, or
So is Bob Biscayne.
yeah. Like I don't. None of the ages make sense.
Nope.
To me. No, it doesn't. It's all bullshit.
They're trying to destroy the plot of the movie now, but if he was the one who wanted to drink the super serum from the get-go and he spilled it, why didn't he just go to the desk and lick it off the
Good
desk?
question.
It would have been the end of the day.
I don't want to be gross about it. I mean, I want powers, but I want to have my
Ew. Yeah,
dignity.
I'm not fucking licking that shit off the table. Ugh.
I'd rather kidnap him and steal his blood.
Put him in a giant juicer.
Right? Yeah. Store his brain in a vat. So yeah, we're still in Kahuna's hideout. Kylie goes over and she meets Zach, and he tells her all about Kahuna and how he's got a place to solve the world like this. And then this is when it gets, I don't know what the fuck Kahuna is, because then he starts to get like a FaceTime call between Whoopi Goldberg, and she's like, oh, thanks for sending those Zimbabwean kids to Yale. And some boy band calls, who you said was O-Town.
It's O-Town.
Yeah.
It's I kind of, I don't know, it's funny to me if you just knew that and didn't have to look it up.
Well, it's I don't know, they were
I
big.
knew it was O-Town.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Danny Buddy.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, what's O-Town?
You guys know who O-Town is, really?
Well, I was like, who is that? I was like, and I had to process it. I was like, boy bands, O-Town.
All right.
They form out of an MTV reality show. They peak with Superbaby geniuses, and then they break up. But recently, they reformed to release a new album.
And then he gets a call from the president. But that's when Kylie realizes, oh, time, I've been technically kidnapping children. Because he sees how I did all this willingly now. So they go ahead and call the parents over at the daycare center, and they're there freaking out, trying to call people and stuff like that. And they hologram call them as the chief of police in like San Francisco or whatever. And they're like, oh, she got on the wrong bus, and it was one way, and they couldn't get off, and blah, blah, blah. You just get off the next fucking stop. Like, buses don't
like, oh, that's it. This one's going to the end of the line.
Yeah,
it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, they don't.
Especially for kids. They're like, oh, no, sorry, you're fucked now.
Well, no, they kind of cover the track because they say she got on a Greyhound straight bound for San Diego.
Nobody is that stupid.
Apparently, Kylie is.
And then they're just like, well, okay, I mean, if she's that dumb, we'll just fucking keep letting her work for us.
Well, not even that. Who's even more dumb? Because then this leads on into them being like, oh, we're going to keep them here and put them in a hotel and whatnot. And they're like, oh, we're going. But there's traffic. Oh, okay.
All right, well, if there's traffic.
It's 2004, and you've clearly shown that these people have the internet. They could have got on the internet to check to see the traffic.
Yeah. I don't... And even so, their justification was, well, even if we leave right now, we still won't make it there to the middle of the night. So let's just wait till tomorrow. Like, they don't show up until, like, way after lunch, they say later on in the film. Like, oh, after lunch, you guys are leaving. So they don't go back home for, like, a full, like, 12. Like, you could have gotten to the next town in 12 hours.
Look, I could drive there and get you, but if I'm not, like, in bed relaxing by 9, I get pretty cranky. So I don't want to...
I can't finger my wife and drive, so...
Well, like, ooh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, why... Like, if they were like, listen, we're going to keep your kids at a hotel, I'd be like, I don't know about that. But if they were like, and we're going to get a banana, I'm like, okay, you're definitely raping my kids.
Yeah.
I'm calling the real police right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang up, and I'm going to call you guys back, and if you don't pick up, guess what's happening? Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. I'm just going to make that sound until you show up again, hopefully unharmed. So yeah, they're all just like, okay, I guess so. Yeah, makes sense to me. So whatever. We jump to Biscayne's hideout, and
I think I might have missed it but I think he's doing it here too. He's watching TV, like getting ready for the program that he's gonna broadcast.
Oh yeah, that was when he was.
Dude, the fucking
that frog.
That racist as fuck soft shoe frog. It is like, frog.
It was clearly the WB frog.
Yeah. It's fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The whole time I was just like, ugh. And then they tried to, like, he's like, well, he looks more like a squash than a frog.
He
and I was
looks like a zucchini.
Yeah, no, I don't think you've seen a zucchini before. I don't think you've seen racism before. Oh, wait, he's German. He has. So yeah, we go to Biscayne's, like, I think his secret hideout, and then we find out that Biscayne's like, we find out, but Biscayne's just like, oh, I know, it's Kahuna's, he's behind everything, he always ruins everything, it's him. We go back to the Kahuna's hideout, and he's just meditating, straight up floating in the air, which is another random superpower he has, I guess. Mm-hmm. He just, like, only float, though, because we haven't seen him fly.
No, he could just levitate.
I don't know, whatever. This is when we get the thing where Archie is like, oh, how'd you get your powers? And he's like, I don't want to talk about it. He's like, well, I'm going to prove myself to you so I can be a kahuna just like you. And then Kahuna's like, well, think about your family you're going to leave behind and just go get some sleep and all that stuff. And this is the scene where he's like, I'm going to prove myself to you.
Yeah.
This is like,
No, this is one of the scenes where I noticed really bad. Like, it goes from speech impediment when the baby's talking on screen over the shoulder, and he talks perfectly, and then I'm gonna be your sidekick.
But it's like he's bipolar, but one of his polars is retard. Did I offend everybody with that one? Good. I want to make sure just throw a whole blanket, get everybody on that one, and then beat them under the blanket, which is actually another gay reference. So. Yeah, so we go back to Biscayne's hideout. We go back and forth right at this point. Back to Biscayne's hideout. Biscayne is like, oh, I want to get that disc. So the best way to get the disc is to just make Kahuna find us. I'm like, oh, brilliant, yeah.
Genius.
Why? Did you, like, go, all right, here's the program, let's put it on the disc, yes, now give me that bat. Ah! I'm just like, why can't you burn another disc?
Yes,
Like,
there's only one copy. That is the ultimate plan.
As you know, as per German rules, when you're done with the project, you launch it into the sun.
Now, to make sure nothing can possibly go wrong, we destroy all the backup copies.
All former evidence this ever happened.
And the guy who wrote the program, we kill him.
Kill him, his family too, just in case he genetically transferred to semen. So we go back to the Kahuna's hideout, and Zach tells Kylie all about the Kahuna, like we get the whole Kahuna backstory.
Yeah.
And luckily, Archie's listening nearby, so he gets to hear it too. I know, like he's a baby. Like I don't know why he had to be like, oh, let me hide behind this wall and like almost creepily listen to it, right? So in a secret army, American army base in Germany after World War I, Kahuna's dad tried to make a formula that unlocked the potential of the brain that gives children all their energy to help soldiers who could survive on low rations.
That science checks out. It fucking checks out.
Listen, for World War I science? Yeah, probably. That's probably spot on. One night, somebody accidentally dropped the formula on Kahuna. 10 years later, he still has the same body, except now he's about the size of a 5-year-old instead of a 2-year-old, which is when it got dropped on him, so... he plays baseball, knocks it out of the park, and everyone's creeped out by it. You know, it just shows that he doesn't have a good life. Brother's dumb as shit.
Yep.
It's your brother. You're pitching against him. Why wouldn't you just walk him? Why would you throw it right
Or
down
hit
the
him.
middle? Yeah, that's how my others beat
Yeah,
him! Fucking beat him!
You're the older brother. You fucking hit that dude with the pitch.
God.
Oh, sorry, man. My bad.
Right. Oh, he's too smart. How about hit him in the head with a baseball? How about that shit? Oh my god.
With the baseball.
I fucking beat him. He doesn't get a home run. His fucking IQ drops down a few points.
And that's how his retardation bipolarism started.
That's it. Boom. Backstory for everybody. Later, his brother Kenny, what's his brother's name? Kenny. He's yelling at his dad. He's like, "Why do I have such a weird brother? Why can't everyone recognize my greatness? Why I'm the great one? Germany.
I'm German.
Yes, I was born great."
He. At no point is it hinted that they're like remotely German
No.
or no. It's, no, I think I'm German now. Yeah, I think so.
It was today. Tuesday. Fuck it, German.
Yeah, I'm going through some changes. There's some hair down there. Also, I'm German now.
That'd be great. Daddy, can we play some footballs? Oh, I believe I've hit the puberty. Daddy, I want to go to a circus. I want to see the clown. Oh, it's happened. My balls have drooped.
I don't like clowns anymore.
No,
except for sad
I feel they are futile and do not express the real rage of human life, the futility of love and other things. There's a mild period for all Germans where you puberty into Werner Herzog.
yeah. Okay, so you go from happy, cheerful kid to nihilist.
Faz, I am here to tell you that I am not happy with the brother you have supplied me with, though on further recollection, I realize it is pointless as we are all given what we are given.
And we will all soon die.
Yes. So, Kahuna's dad dies. And he tells him he'll make something good out of your life. Actually, what he really tells him is so much worse, which is, you may always have the body of a child, but you have the heart of a hero, which kind of implies that children can't be heroes.
Yeah.
Which, of course, why wouldn't he kidnap children and alter their bodies to make them heroes now with imagination stations? Like, you set that kid up for hell. So yeah, Dad's dead, and even though at this point in time Kahuna was 18, nobody believed him because he looked like he was fucking 5. Yeah. So 6 months later, he escaped from the orphanage and started a legend. We go back to the hideout, and Zach, continues to tell Kylie, the formula is especially made for just him and all this stuff, and Archie's like, oh, I know everything now, and runs away, which, like, everything Archie knows right now are the absolute, like, now I can defeat him. Like that's the speech that the arch enemy should have somehow accidentally overheard. Like I'm waiting for Archie to be like, you know what? I thought about it, and if you won't let me be with you, I'll be with the other me. You know, like I figured it out because if he's your brother, that means I'm related to him too, and we're all great. So a little bit later in the Kahuna hideout, Zach shows some karate moves to Kylie, and he knocks over her bag, and we get the disc. Remember that disc from way earlier?
I didn't understand why he's doing karate. He's like, no, go ahead, use the imagination station. Hey! He's just suddenly doing karate.
He's like, if you use the imagination station, you could be Jackie Chan. Hold on. She's like, you haven't used it yet. He's like, I'm Jackie Chan. Shut your mouth.
Maybe it doesn't work on kids who have been abandoned.
That's just a gross. That's a fucking.
I think he was supposed to give her the tour of the place, but he's like, bitch, I'm not doing my karate for you.
Check out these sweet moves. Hoo-yah! I learned this from a guy by a pickup truck.
I learned this watching the TV.
Broke my elbow. So yeah, they're like, what's this disc? And they're like, I don't know, it could be important. Let's show it to Kahuna. And then they're like, oh, but what are you doing later? You wanna go on a date? And Kylie's like, yeah, let's go on a date. Whee!
Yeah.
And then for some reason, Fink and Rosita are like, let's be the mice from Cinderella and help her get ready for her date. I don't know why, but they're like, oh, we could do this, and they help her get ready for her date. And then we go to behind the H, because that's where the date is going to be.
Yep.
You know, what happens behind the H stays behind the H. So yeah, the date happens behind the H, and Kylie looks... Actually, let me just check her age real quick. 17. Very nice for a young lady.
Yes, she looks quite lovely.
Well respectable. Okay, so Kylie asks if Zach misses his mom, and then they kiss. I don't know why that's such a turn on for her. Well, those are literally the only two things they talk about. He's like, "Wow, you look really good, like really." Really good. And she's like, do you miss your mom? And he's like, well, you know, I mean, sometimes when I'm not blah, blah.
Some people are weird like that.
Yeah. Then Kahuna calls him. And they're like, hey, remember that disc you gave me like 4 seconds ago? Figured it out.
And he's like, thanks, Dick.
Yeah, thanks for, kind of cock blocking me. I don't know. So they go back in, and it turns out that... not really on the disc is code, but technically in that frog guy's pants, there's code hidden. Because that's what they zoom into in the video. They zoom into the frog's pants.
So what you're telling me is we're launching a children's network where the main star is a racist as fuck soft shoe frog who has computer code in his pants that can brainwash people.
Yeah. Isn't that... Tell me why you wouldn't want to start a network with a frog that tells kids he has a secret in his pants that he can tell them.
I got a secret in my pants, mammy. Muggles the frog. That's fucking...
They don't pay me.
They make me work in the field.
Oh, God, no. Okay, all right. So... Kahuna's like, I'm definitely going to that presentation. And we go to the presentation. Kahuna gives Archie, he's like, here's the super rattle. And then Mom and Dad are like, oh my God, the kids, thank you. Actually, they don't really say thank you. They just go, the kids, oh, the kids. And they just leave with the kids. They don't greet the police.
The best part is,
or anything.
She hugs the one that's not hers. Like, what's the Finkelstein baby?
Yeah, not her
and
kid.
She's like, oh, Finkelstein!
Oh, God, the Jewish kid! Who richest parents they were! Oh, thank goodness!
Oh, sweet, sweet paycheck.
Where's that Latina baby? We got her too? Yeah? Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about that.
Okay.
Parents don't have nothing. Yeah, so Biscayne shows up and he's like, oh, everything will begin shortly. It's going to be great. Zach, for some reason, has a camera in his cop hat. Also, Zach's dressed like a cop.
He's clearly a teenager.
Yeah,
in a
but
cop
he's an
uniform.
officer of the law,
And
apparently.
it drove me insane that Kahuna's like watching through, and he's like, "Look at that with your helmet cam." And I'm like, "He's not wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
it's a cop hat.
It's a cop
Call it
hat.
a hat cam."
So he points the badge and his hat at the satellite. It doesn't look weird at all.
No.
Right? My favorite part is then Kahuna goes, okay, perfect, just don't move it. And then Kylie walks up and he looks at her. He goes, hey, Kylie, turning his head away from the thing. I'm like, you just ruined. We gotta start all over now. You ruined it. So yeah, as he pointing at it, Kahuna's like, oh, that means he's gonna. I got it. And Kahuna goes away because he's figured out the plan. Mm-hmm. And this is when I noticed just how fucking lazy like Jon Voight is. Like he's like. 33, 32, 31.
They do a 60-second countdown.
Oh my god, he gets tired. Like they count down to like 50, and he's like, "What a mistake I've made."
I love that the director took a whole crew, the fucking all those extras, and they're like, "All right, guys, we're gonna do a countdown from 55 and go," and they fucking had to do it.
Oh my gosh!
You want your $50 for the day to be an extra?
Count to 50, bitch.
You're gonna count down from 55.
$1 a number. We get 5 for free.
Yeah.
Union rules. So yeah, Bill Biscayne's continue the countdown, all that stuff, and then Kahuna shows up and he blasts the satellite.
In his helicopter. He's in a
Oh,
helicopter.
he's in a helicopter.
He's in a transforming helicopter.
Yeah. They blast him. He blasts the satellite, but the satellite bounces off him and blasts him, and then there's a flash of light, and then he disappears. And then Biscayne's like, it was an illusion.
That's why
there was no baby in a helicopter.
That was just special effects because it was the baby.
Right? You know, we got to, it's buy my network. So yeah, after like he's gone and they're like, what do we do? Zach is just like, and pushes the whole screen over, crushing the satellite. Why wasn't that plan A? Why was that not plan A? Just walk in and go, I'm just gonna take this by. And just walk away with the satellite dishes.
So the real cops show up and they're like, wait a minute, this guy's not a real cop. His hat comes right off.
Well, kinda, because the cops show up and they go to arrest him. And they're like, all right, listen, first it's obstruction of justice, impersonate a cop. And then Kylie shows me, like, guys, I know, I can explain what's going on. And he's like, oh, okay, go ahead. It's like, all right, let me hear it. But I think the best part about that is she's like, guys, it's okay. Bill Biscayne has a mind control thing he's doing on his network. It's just, and he's also... Kids have a secret language they talk. Like it's not what she's saying. It's how relaxed she is with what she's saying. Like she's like, guys, look, he has a mind control thing, and I just touched dick for the first time. It's great. So you don't have to worry about anything ever. It's just everybody go home and sleep. It's fine. It's really everything's fine. I know life's gonna be great.
I've touched dick.
I touched the dick now. Everything's gonna be fine. So yeah, they're like, no. And then Biscayne's like, don't worry, I won't press charges. Even though, like, the cops can still press charges if they want. The cops can still arrest him.
He's still impersonating
he's still fucking with us. He's just pissing me off now. So then Bill Biscayne's like, yeah, I won't press any charges. And as he leaves, Archie's like, you're a bad man. And he leans in. He's like, I'm going to fucking kill you. And then he leaves.
I'm going to snap your little baby neck.
He says something menacing.
I'm going to tie you to a lot of balloons and watch you float away like in the cartoons.
Remember that one? It was good. The dog talked. I love it. But you should not love it. So inside the daycare, the babies are kind of mourning Kahuna. They're like, that's it. He's gone forever. Just to be clear, at this point in time, you, like I am, are convinced that the Kahuna had been sent back in time to complete the time loop that is him living forever, right? That's
sure.
That's why he's so young and old. It's just a time loop. He's stuck in a time. Yeah, all right, good. I'm glad we all agree.
This is the scene I was talking about, where they're all mourning Kahuna, except for the one baby who's like, la la la.
Don't give a shit at all. I was not that emotionally close to him. I don't know. I don't agree with you guys at all. So yeah, they're like, oh, Archie, it's gotta be you. You gotta be like, what's your plan now? And he's like, no, I suck. I can't. I poop in diapers. I don't know nothing. He throws himself under a bus, really. He really throws himself under a bus. And then as he does that rattle that Kahuna gave him starts to glow. And like, oh, and out pops a pre-recorded hologram. And he's like, listen, this is what you guys got to do and all this stuff. You have to believe in yourself or whatever. And I don't know what they say, but at one point, they ask a question and the hologram answers it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. I had a little bit of hope for this movie. No.
Just so you know, I anticipated that question.
Oh, yeah, all possibilities. All of them. Actually, only that one. Goodbye now. And then that's it. It's like a really short thing of like, listen, you guys, you can do it and you have to. So we go to Biscayne's hideout, and Kane and Kahuna argue over who's better and blah, 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 and all that stuff. And then Kane is like, I'm going to control the whole world through TVs, and I'm going to make everyone buy and invest in Bill Biscayne products. And he's like, take them away, and he takes Kahuna away. I want to point out that in this scene, Biscayne changes his jacket 3 times.
Yep.
I think he changes it like from his Nazi one to his like regular tweed one,
Casual.
and then off down to a scientist one.
Yep.
And then also I wasn't sure at the end when they leave, Kahuna leaves and he's like, is he gone? And he starts to type on his keyboard, but organ music plays.
It does.
And I'm not sure if that's background music or if he's playing
it's
organ
him.
music
It's him.
on a computer keyboard.
On a
though.
computer keyboard
Yeah.
that rotates fully around the computer. That's what I mean. Like, that's pretty fucking funny.
Yes,
Like,
yeah, that's yeah. It's really like they didn't focus on it enough, but yeah, that's
that's the thing. Like, that's fucking.
yeah. What are you guys doing with that? Okay. I see what you're saying. There.
Yeah.
So we get to the prison, and he said it was specially made for Kahuna, so it's all covered in spider webs because it's never been fucking used.
What is this? Spider-Man's house? Who's your interior decorator? Is it Spider-Man? That's a fucking joke he makes. Ugh.
You know, like, just to be clear, Spider-Man specially makes his spider formula serum so that it disappears after like an hour, so nobody can find it.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even like an accurate reference. It's not even accurate. Ugh. God damn. So, in the prison, for some reason it takes them to get to the prison before they finally search him to see if he has any weapons on him. And they take everything out and just pile it on the floor. I don't know if you guys noticed, just off camera when they were pulling stuff out of his pockets, when they show the pile, there's a knife. Like a full-on kitchen knife, like a wooden handle, like steak knife.
Like a steak.
Yeah! I don't know why he had it with him, but he did. So we go back to Bobbin's world over there, and Dad is like, oh, how am I going to run a daycare? You know, whatever. $3,000 for books. I don't know. I think that line might have been earlier, but whatever. Then Mom comes in. She's like, you're not going to believe this. The babies are missing again. Like, she's so calm about it, too. Like, she's like, hey, guess what? Guess what just happened again, bro? No. For real, guess. Yeah, the babies are missing, and they're like, what? And then she's like, did you just see that? Some hand just took keys, and then a black baby ran out.
The black baby.
Yeah, he stole the car key. I don't know why. I especially don't know why, because then when they get to the car, Archie, the main baby's driving. Yeah, like, why didn't...
And the dad's just like, Archie, what are you doing? You're being ridiculous.
He scolds the infants. He scolds them. Not a single one could at max be older than 3.
Yeah.
It's impossible for them to be. And he's yelling, like, as if they understand and go, you're right, that you make a well thought out point, and I'll think about my future. And
listen, Archie, when you're older, we'll take you for driving lessons. We'll make sure we do this the right way, and you know
the proper channels. Oh man. So, and then again, fucking like drunk on dick Kylie comes in and she's like, listen, Uncle Scott, I just got dick again and you didn't understand, everything's gonna be okay. I try to tell you, Biscayne's got brainwashing technology and the kahuna and blah, blah, blah. And this is my favorite Scott Baio line, which he goes, for the last time, what the hell is a kahuna? Which to me leads me to believe, because this only just happened, so it leads me to believe that either A, she was like, the kahuna saved us, and he was like, who's the kahuna? And he was like, bye, Uncle Scott. And just walked away, like, just mysteriously. Or, before the events of this film, there was a period in Kylie's life where she was way big into surfing and just misused the lingo constantly.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, kahuna, Uncle Scott. I'm gonna
chill
go
your kahuna, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kahuna later on. He's like, for the last time, Kylie, what the hell is a kahuna?
Well, it's probably too because Biscayne say kahuna, so he's probably hearing Biscayne say it, and then now Kylie, and just like, who the fuck is this?
I'll accept that, but the problem is I refuse to believe that Biscayne was saying kahuna to him. So that leads me to believe that Scott Baio is just eavesdropping on Biscayne's conversations.
Anywhere he can get work.
Doesn't make sense, but okay.
You think he's gonna sign the deal? Let's see what he has to say. And then I will chill my kahuna, bro.
Not even accurate. Why would he chill his... I'm gonna chill my brother.
He also uses bad surf lingo. He just happens to be into surfing, that's all. He's going through a thing.
I really wish my brother chose a different name. It's cramping my private life.
I want to go...
I want a kahuna, but that makes me upset, that name. I will hang 10. Also 10 babies will be hung. So we go back to the prison, and of course that pile of stuff that they dumped out of Kahuna, it just morphs into a robot and lets him out. Yeah, fine, I'm not even gonna. Just keep going. We go to the Hollywood sign, and at some point Kylie was like, "Follow me," and she brought the family to the secret Hollywood sign hideout. We go back to Biscayne's hideout, and Biscayne's like, "Oh, I'm like Darth Vader. It's great." And he's like, "Here we go. Let's start to sing." And when he goes to start it up, Kahuna's like, "I'm here again. Give me that disc. Okay, see you later." And like boom, 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 boom. He shows up, takes the disc, leave. I was like, that was the quickest scene in the whole film. Yeah. So much happened in absolutely less than 20 seconds. Yep. He kicked in the door, and the door like had a hand that stretched out and reached this disc. And, like it was before it started, it was done. I wanted to say that I thought it was funny that he compared himself to Darth Vader because his henchmen kind of look like Imperial troopers. Yeah. But but Imperial troopers are based off of Nazi soldiers, so it's all just one big circle. Like it doesn't. It's really it's mostly just accurate than it is anything.
It really, everyone just bases everything off Nazis. Yeah, that's it.
That's really
it.
Yeah.
You're bad, just like a Nazi.
Yeah, like a Nazi. Yeah. Wear some leather. Yeah, so Kahuna takes the disc, and he goes up to the roof, and he takes his car, and he drives it off, and it turns into a helicopter, and he flies away. I don't know why he drove it off. I don't know why he didn't just turn into a helicopter on the roof and flew away. But he drove it off, and then right before we hit the ground...
Suspense?
Not really, no. Because I already knew it was going to turn into a helicopter. Yeah. I already knew that was going to happen.
We saw it be a helicopter earlier.
The only suspense I have, which would be the suspense of disbelief as for why the hell that tanker engine was parked outside that oil tanker, when the car goes down and turns into a helicopter, there's an oil tanker
just chilling.
Just there, like I don't like the one day they could film. They were like, "Hey, could you move your tanker?" And he was like, "No, I won't." And they're like, "Oh, okay, all right, film, action, go." So yeah, they chase a helicopter through the streets of LA with SUVs.
Yeah.
I don't know why he doesn't rise up above, but the Kahuna follows the roads in his helicopter, so they can easily follow him. It's all part of his plan, I guess.
This is one of the parts I was talking about, because doing the big chase, right?
Yeah,
a couple SUVs, it cuts. The one Biscayne's in, there's like 10 guys in the SUV.
Yeah.
And it was pretty funny that they were all just packed, and they were fucking just no-selling it.
Yeah.
But then he's like, "Why does it feel so cramped in here?" And I was like, "You fuckers!
How many people are in here?"
Yeah. Why is there so many people? That is the joke, yes.
Yeah, I think that's more like a kid thing. I think it's more of a kid thing.
Yes, your kids watching these things. You can't understand this joke.
No. I will confirm for you. This is weird. Yes. I know you have doubts. You all right? Okay, so yeah, in the Kahuna hideout, Mom and Dad are like, "Oh my God, what is this place? This is crazy!" And Kylie goes and gets Zach, and they're like, "Oh, what's going on?" And Kahuna's like, "I'm showing up, and I'm gonna have company." And the babies are like, "Oh, let's go ahead and get super." Actually, this is the scene I'm talking about when the mom and dad show up, and they're like looking around. The mom looks at the kids, and she's like, "Oh, you guys spent the night here? What?" And she gets like such a like Joker crazy grin on her face, like she snapped, like she just lost it. She was like, and she just lost her mind. So yeah, the Kahuna shows up and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait for him." And again, I get the part I like about Jon Voight when he's like, "Come, see, he's in here, right here, over here. Look. Here, I'm telling you, it's right. Okay, it's all. Look, see, there it is. I told you, there, it's there. Yeah, look, okay, he's here. Yes, he's here. That's just something I liked about him. And then another Nazi reference, which at this point I was like, all right, that's a direct Nazi reference. That's a little gross. Where he was like, we here have them prepare for a beach landing, single file. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
whoa. Easy there. So yeah, he comes in and he's got all his assistants or whatever. Like, yeah, we got way too many guys, and he's like, oh, we're not alone. And then all the babies are super babies, and they all jump in, and Zach and Kylie for some reason have changed into leather.
Yep.
I presume they're sex outfits.
They bring out the BDSM gear.
Yeah. You gotta hit it quick. I don't think mom and dad have changed their outfits. I'm pretty sure they're still in the same clothes.
No, but for some reason they stand behind like one of those fucking things you see at the carnival where it's like a fake body and you put your head on this. They're like, we're here too. And I was like, what?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't understand why everybody hid behind something.
Yeah,
like they could have. There was a balcony. They could have just stood up and been like, now, or like stepped into view. No, they all had to hide behind some like, and now my head can pop out from here. Now I'm a Jack in the Box. Now I'm
One of them literally came out of a Jack in the Box.
Oh, that's right. That did. I thought I was being like facetiously clever. No, that actually was a real thing. So yeah, they all spring into action. Fink, aka Mr. Courage, I think is his name. He can fly. Rosita is Cupid Girl, and she shoots them with love and knocks them out. And
I love this part. At one point, there's these two thugs, and we're like, "Oh, we're gonna get you," and then she like shoots them, and so, they're like, "Oh my God, bro, come here and hug me, blah blah." And Jon Voight's like, "Oh no, this is the best news yet." It's
I think his exact line is, "Oh no, this is the best possible outcome."
It's so ridiculous.
Yes, background Jon Voight, best part of this film.
Oh man, yeah.
So, and then everyone's fighting. Some big, huge, hulking guy comes in. He punches Dad in the face, and Mom's like, hey, don't pick on... Well, actually, the big guy goes to pick on Archie, and Dad's like, don't pick on my son. And then the guy punches Dad, and then Mom's like, don't pick on my husband. I was going to say Dad. Don't pick on my husband. And kicks him in the balls. He goes down. What else do we got?
The black baby is a ball.
He's Bounce Baby.
Yeah,
his
he's
name.
Bounce.
He bouncy. Yeah. Brain, again, I think it's kind of racist in my idea, which is Bounce Baby, he just likes to bounce, yo. And Brain Boy, the white boy, he tells him how to go and where to hit all the right angles to make sure he knocks everybody out. But he doesn't get his hands dirty. No. He's got a clipboard and shit. What else? Oh, Kylie and the right-hand German woman there, they do a fight.
Also, she knows, how to fight now.
Listen, I don't think you understand how great Dick is. I don't think you're really quite getting it. Also, the whole time this is going on, the disc is just flying around.
Yeah.
Back and,
Kahuna's controlling it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because also, at some point, Brain Baby or Brain Boy reaches up and grabs it, and Kahuna goes, good job, you figured it out. As if there was some sort of predetermined angle guidance system that he had to go, oh, and if I stick my hand up here, then I've caught it no problem. I don't know.
Solve the equation.
I think it was just that Kahuna was controlling it, and the main purpose was, I'm not going to make this stop until we knock out all the bad guys. I'm just making it move around to fuck with them.
The only reason why I don't agree with that is because he didn't make it stop. You know what I mean? Brain Boy had to catch it. And then he congratulated him on catching it.
Wouldn't it be great if just his fingers
got cut off? Yeah. Oh, and if I grab it, oh no, it was a different material. I didn't realize. Miscalculation.
If I grab it, the edges are razors.
Okay. So after the fight, because everybody's knocked out, and then after everybody's knocked out, Rosita shoots him again with the love thing. I don't know why the love knocks him out. That seems rapey. That's just me.
Hits him with the roofie gun.
Basically. Give him the old Cosby shot. Biscayne and the right-hand man, Kroll, they're like, that kind of looks like a communication center, so they run up to it, and... Oh, this is when Brain Boy catches the disc, and everyone's like, yeah, we did it, everyone's gone. And then Biscayne's like, oh, right-hand woman, evil lady, quick, get the disc. And literally everyone just has their back to her. So she's like, oh, yoink, takes it and tosses it up to him. And I was like, that should have been your first move. That should have been move number one. So yeah, he takes it, puts it in the computer, and boop boop boop, done, uploaded.
Yeah. He's like, this is the one. The movie's over. Yes, I'm seeing what you just win.
Yeah, I was actually kind of happy. I was like, I'm kind of happy that he won. Like, I didn't expect that at all. So.
Except now, Muggles the Frog is on every.
Oh yeah,
TV
that's not
now.
good. Yeah. So yeah, then Biscayne's like, oh, has everyone figured it out yet? It's me. I'm Kenny. I'm his brother.
That's me.
Yeah. I don't like in my idea now. Biscayne's real name is Ken Kahuna.
Ken Kahuna.
Yeah, that's his real name. Turns out that Ken Biscayne, he was the one holding the bottle that night when the Germans, for some reason, just broke a window. I guess.
Yeah,
I don't. That makes less sense.
Yep.
It really does. Also, I guess he's been working with Nazis his whole life. Because when he originally tells this, when Zach tells the story, you see like guys dressed in black and a black van all around. But then when we get Biscayne's version of the flashback, we realize that Biscayne's the one who's constantly going to those guys in black. So it's starting to maybe those guys are Nazis, and he's been hanging out with him since he's been like 5. Maybe he's been a Nazi since. Yeah, maybe he's been a Nazi youth his whole life. That's the best I can make out of it. Like, based on what we've been given, that's the best I can give as to why he's German.
He was recruited into the Hitler Youth.
Yeah. He started the whole thing. So Biscayne's like, yeah, I did it, I won. And Kuhn is like, yeah, but you forgot about one thing you still have to learn. And he's like, what? What do I have to learn? And he's like, you forgot it. You have to learn how to make friends, which doesn't really apply because then all his friends just run up and just punch him, just stomp him to death. They just stomp him to death. Like you could have got like an elephant for that. You didn't really need friends. Like you don't like like the qualities you're claiming friendship is needed for were not a real requirement for friendship. It's not like whatever. So they go ahead, they stomp him down. He's liquid, I guess now. They run up to the command center and they're like, oh, how are we gotta stop this? And like, we can't stop it. It can't be stopped. And Archie's like, listen, every day we have story time. You can't stop story time, but sometimes you can change the story to something better. And he's like, and you can't stop the broadcast, but we can make it better. Yeah, instead of taking everybody's free will, we'll turn the free will up. And I'm like, done. That's why everyone has ADD and ADHD, and this movie explains it.
And everyone still has to watch Muggles the Frog.
And it also explains why TV shit, yeah, because they didn't really think about the programming. They were like, oh, we're just gonna brainwash them and done. We don't have to actually pay actors and shit. So yeah, Biscayne is like, no, that shouldn't have worked. And he goes to run away, but Dad stops him and he gives him a couple punches. And then Biscayne's like, oh, it's the imagination station. I must use it. And he uses it and he's like, no, I'm a baby now.
Why?
This is apparently how I view myself on the... I don't know. I have no idea what the illusion was at all.
It's probably some like stupid thing because it only works for babies. So when a human does it, just refers them back to...
Zach tried to get Kylie to use it.
Well, Zach's a dick.
If it only works for babies, then theoretically that would mean that if he used it again as a baby, he would just turn into a Nazi. Like,
oh yeah.
Like if the imagination station's sole purpose is to turn a baby to unlock their full imagination, then that would technically mean that his full imagination has already been unleashed and it turned him back into a baby. So like it's basically a two-way street, and he was already at one end, so he just went back to the other one. So yeah, it's like, the right-hand man, like nobody gives a shit that they're still conscious or there. But it's like, oh, I'll take care of you now, Mr. Nazi baby. Oh, and they're like, oh, Zach, you got a lot of explaining to do about what's going on. And Kahuna's like, well, see you guys. And he's like, I'm going to leave. And he just leaves. And this is when we get Archie's like, oh, I want to come with you. And this is when the writers were like, fuck it. It's done, right? Who cares how it ends? And they just steal the Casablanca. They go, oh, yeah, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you'll regret it someday if you don't get on that plane, or whatever he says, I don't know. But they basically just steal the ending of Casablanca. Yeah. And, whatever, some other moralistic junk about, oh, be with the blah, blah, blah. And once again, we learn that the real hero is the person that chooses to be a parent. Yeah. And then they all hug, and the Kuna leaves.
The end.
Yeah, well, we get the wrap-up scene at the end, which is, a news report is like, oh, TV watching is down, and a Superbaby saved a crashing bus of orphans in Argentina, and...
Did you hear the rest of that?
No.
Because it kind of trails off into the background. She's like, further scientists have been saying that it was a weather pattern that created an obstacle.
Yeah.
The background stuff.
I know.
That's the best part of everything in this movie. The background stuff.
So yeah, then mom and dad are like, "Hey Zach, we want you to meet somebody," and he's like, "Who's this? Is it? Oh my God, is this my real mom?" And they hug, and I gotta tell you, for a woman that was reunited with her long lost son, she didn't really seem
I'm
even remotely moved by it.
100% sure that wasn't his mom.
No.
See, that's what I'm thinking too, and here's where I seem kind of evil because he goes that the only reason he's with the Kahuna was because the Kahuna couldn't find his mom, and therefore, I guess adopted him.
Yeah.
Which then leads me to believe maybe the Kahuna did find his mom, and his mom was just like, I don't want him. That's why I gave him up for adoption. Because you're going to lead me to believe that every kid's parent that he found, every parent was just like, oh shit, I want my kid back all of a sudden.
That's true.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, the grim truth.
That's why the Kahuna was there, because he tried to stop it real quick, but he didn't get there in time. He couldn't get there in time.
See, my guess was like, oh, Zach, guess who this is? And he's like, it's my mom. And they're like, oh, no, we just got a new worker. Like, she's new here. She's the new employee.
She's like going to be working with you.
Yeah,
But you'd like to meet her.
Yeah, she was going to train you.
Never mind the whole
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. So then after that, we hear like some rocket ship, whatever, and Archie goes outside, and the Kahuna's rattle glows, and we see him flying away, and we get just the worst part of the whole film, which is Kahuna says, "You're a full-fledged junior Kahuna now. That's official. I've got an emergency over in Europe, but I'll be back." Bing. Yeah, right.
I wish it was like the fucking Sherry Bobbins episode of Simpsons.
It's by a plane.
Yeah, just plane.
Yeah. So that was it. What do you guys think?
Like I said, there was some fucking shit in the background that I liked, but for the most part, it was god awful.
No. It was all so phoned in. Everybody phoned it in.
No.
Yeah, it was a piece of shit that I could really
Actually,
care less about.
I think Kylie, Skylar Shay, whatever her name, I think she was the only person that didn't phone it in. I think is just not that good. I think
I was
she's
going to say,
just
and no
bad.
wonder she never got any other roles.
I think, yeah. And then also the mom, Vanessa Angel, whatever, she was, in my mind, just chewing on, like, she was going way too hard.
Yeah.
She was chewing on scenery. And Jon Voight didn't give a fuck. He did not.
Jon
Voight didn't give
dude,
a fuck.
He's my favorite part of the movie because he's, oh no, we're going to do things. Look, that's the best news going on over there. Look at you. Look what he's doing. Look at that. He's not doing anything. Oh, now he's doing things. Yes.
Gotta rewrite this whole film.
And she was probably chewing up scenery because this is probably the first thing she's been in like years.
Since the TV series.
Exactly. She's just like, oh man, I gotta get back into the movies somehow. Baby Geniuses 2. Superbabies. That's it. That's how I'm gonna make it back.
Why would that be your idea?
Look, she hasn't made good choices up till this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess not. So, sequel? Would you guys make a sequel?
Fuck no.
No. I mean, they clearly set it up that Jon Voight's going to come back because they just turn him into a baby. So he has forever to plot his vengeance.
Well, actually, there were 3 sequels, I believe.
Of course.
There were Baby Geniuses and the Mystery of the Crown Jewels, that's the Europe one.
Yeah.
I looked into that. Jon Voight plays a taxi driver.
Really?
Doesn't play Bill Misguided.
Really?
Yeah. Which that film was actually originally called Baby Geniuses Baby Squad Investigators.
Baby Squad Investigators.
BSI instead of CSI.
So do they investigate baby squads?
I don't know. That sounds gross. The next one was called Baby Geniuses and the Treasure of Egypt. So there you go. And then the last one, which came out this year, was called Baby Geniuses and the Space Baby. Skylar Shay, I believe Skylar Shay and Jon Voight were in all of them. They may have not been in Space Baby, but they were in 3 and 4 definitely. I'm not positive on the 5th one.
Wow.
Yeah, same guy wrote all of the movies. Same guy wrote 1 through 5, all Baby Genius movies.
God, that's depressing.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Why?
It's soul crushing.
Oh boy. Well, all right. You think it's soul crushing? Well, let's see if some people have some other opinions. What if they're just a bunch of assholes? All right, this first one is called Truly Awful by Kathy. This is actually painful to watch. I will say that my disabled daughter, 20 years old but 24 months developmentally, thought it was very funny. 1 out of 5 stars. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why do people write this shit? Like, why? I don't need... You could, like... Oh, no. Do I need to... Like, is that...
Really? Yeah, you had to tell us
just,
that.
I'm just going to give this a...
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to let you know that mentally challenged kids enjoy this movie very much.
But she's 20. But developmentally, she's only 24 months old.
So, like, developmentally, she's not really into it. But 20, physically, she's DTF.
You're a piece of garbage.
Yeah! I had to take it away. All right, the next one is Wish I Could Rate It 0 by Baltimore Jack. This is the most vapid, badly acted piece of crap ever. Unless you need to see Scott Baio because you never got over his Teen Beat cover, you do not want to see this, and neither do your kids. Do the public a service and find a copy and burn it. You'll be saving someone 88 minutes of their lives. Stay away, it is the worst movie ever. 1 out of 5 stars. I don't know.
I don't want to give him an O.
He's an asshole because Scott Baio's not in it enough for this to be a film about him.
Yeah, no.
That's just poor excuse. Or rather, poor advice. Scott, he's not first off, he's not featured in this film enough for that to be accurate. Also, he's not featured in this film enough, like, shirtless or in any way sexual. He's constantly just stressing over business management. That's not sexy.
Some women find it sexy.
I don't think stressing over it is. Owning a business, reaping the benefits of a business. Yeah, the power that comes along with it, absolutely. All right, this next one is called Adorable Movie by RRL.
R.L. Stein.
No, what? No.
Oh, R.L.
Ron Hubbard? No. All right. I love the talking babies. Haha. Adorable little kids. And the main baby, Kahuna, is played by the babies who played Sly and Wit in the first movie.
Wow.
5 out of 5 stars.
Well, you fucking... That's it.
That's it.
5 stars.
5 stars.
That baby was in something else. Woo!
Actually, it's not that baby.
Of course not.
It's that 3 babies.
That 3 babies.
Yeah, there were 3 babies.
Yeah.
Which, thinking back to it, that's gotta be fucking weird as fuck. 3 different people played 2 different roles. So that's like a combination of like 6 different things that you have to remember at any...
All right, Carrie.
To
be fair, they're babies. They don't have to remember anything. No. They're like, all right, in this one, just don't put your foot in the mouth. Oh, you're putting your foot in the mouth? All right.
That's in the film now.
Yeah,
it's in the film now. And then after he puts a foot in the mouth, that's how the bomb is released.
I just want to say, this movie felt like a home movie. Like, it felt like something parents do and put on YouTube, and you're like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was just, everything was just bad. Like, I'm pretty sure at some point, the robot that frees him, like, presses a button that isn't there to free him.
Oh, no, I think that button was there, but I could have been wrong.
All right, what is this person? Is it, I don't know. Is it asshole? I don't know. Is it fuck you? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like how they wrote haha in the middle of the review.
Yeah.
You fucking asshole. Haha. Ha. I love the talking babies. Haha.
Baby's funny.
Babies taste good. All right, this next one's called Superbabies, Baby Geniuses 2. They just gave it to by Pebbles. I love this movie. This is so cool. Kahuna is awesome. You know the real twist at the end, and when they said Biscayne was Kahuna's older brother, man, that was a real shocker, but I really liked the movie. It was really excellent. Kahuna's the coolest besides from Zack and Kylie. I would recommend this movie to anyone. This is an excellent movie, which deserves 5 stars.
Holy shit.
Guess what? They're making Baby Geniuses 3 movie. Yeah, it's in production right now. It's supposed to come out sometime in 2008 this year. Yes, this is going to be so awesome. Baby Geniuses 3, yeah. I can't wait to see Baby Geniuses 3. I already have the first 2 on DVD. 5 out of 5 stars.
Asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know if assholes like is fucking maniacal.
Yeah. What do they call when people like self-harm? What is that called? Masochist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give it an M for that's okay. I gave it an M for maniac, so you can give it an M for masochist.
Masochist.
All right, this next one is called Superbabies Save the Day by Jimmy Jack Korn. Buckle up the booster seat for this adventure as Sly and Wit use their superpowers to fuse together to become the Super Kahuna, the super cool, super powered surfing baby spy who breaks waves and breaks necks. He and the Goo Goo Ga gang travel to the exotic beaches of San Juan, Puerto Rico to stop the Nazi mummy, Jon Voight, from taking over the world's toilet paper supply. Except that's not his real plan at all! Can Kahuna and the gang win the surf contest against the Nazi mummy? And what is the mystery behind the mummy's curse? You'll find all that out and more in this installment. And remember, surf, baby, surf. Recommended for the whole family, except over 60. 5 of 5 stars.
Amazing.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's not real. There's no way that's real. Oh, man. So, what did we spell? We spelled, all right, we gibberish. Oh, baby talk. We spelled some baby talk. We're still, yeah, okay, good. All right. Absolutely, finally, why would you make this?
Oh, Jesus.
Why the hell would you make this film? I mean, I tried to look into it. I tried to think about it. I don't have a real answer. Scott Baio doesn't have enough power in Hollywood to be like, this is the film, make me a film. Yeah. So it wasn't him. Jon Voight did Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Zoolander, Ali, Holes, and The Manchurian Candidate before this movie came out, and then did National Treasure and Transformers after this came out, so I can't imagine this was a film that he was all about. Like, he had other shit to do.
Yeah.
It could have been the director, Bob Clark. He had a career that started out pretty well. He did the 1966 version of The Emperor's New Clothes, Black Christmas, Murder by Decree. Porky's 2 the next day. A Christmas Story. Rhinestone, which is Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone. Terrible movie. This is where it starts getting bad.
Yeah.
Turk 182. From the Hip, which I'm still unsure what that film is. From the Hip. It's Judd Nelson as a lawyer, but the cover is him with a dog bone in his mouth. Like a rawhide dog bone in his mouth. I don't understand. Like, I read the synopsis and it says that he has to like work really hard to get somebody clear. Like, it doesn't make any illusion there being a dog in the film.
Well, it's a dog-eat-dog world.
I'm guessing that's like as far as it goes. He also made Loose Cannons, but I mean, I don't know if it was him. Like, I don't know if it was him, the one who did it. If we're gonna blame, absolutely, if we're gonna blame a human being, it's gonna be the story writer, Stephen Paul. This asshole wrote all 5 of the Baby Geniuses movies. He wrote the Karate Dog movie.
Karate Dog.
Which
is that like a spin-off of Karate Kid? Like,
no, it's
Air Bud?
No. It's just a standalone movie. About a dog that knows karate.
All right.
With Chevy Chase as the dog. Or the voice of the dog, rather.
Holy shit.
I forget. There's other famous people in it, too. I think Scott Baio might be in it. Jason Alexander, somebody else. He also produced, and I believe he wrote some of these, too.
Wow.
Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, all the Baby Genius movies, he produced those. The Bratz movie, and Big Stan, which is like one of the last Rob Schneider starring role.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was like a straight to DVD. He's some guy in prison. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was a weird film. It was a comedy, but it was still weird. So yeah, it's probably Stephen Paul, who he wrote all those films. He keeps getting people work. He keeps giving Jon Voight work.
No, you know whose fault it is? It's the asshole people who actually went to the theaters and watched the first Baby Geniuses. Because the first Baby Genius made $27 million. So Hollywood, I can only imagine, was like, oh man, $27 million, we gotta capitalize it with sequels.
What was their budget like, though? Because like I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Baby Geniuses, the first one, there's a scene where they're in Circus in Vegas. That's not gonna be cheap to shut down Circus. That's not gonna be fucking cheap. So there's no way they made their money back. Like, there must be some weird fucked up formula in Hollywood where if your movie costs $10 million and you only make like $5 million, somehow you still won. Like
maybe like DVD sales, like if it was big on DVD or VHS.
no, I'm pretty sure that that's included in the gross of what we. Yeah. Yeah, well, whatever, man. You know, it is what it is. That's life. Don't just stay away from Steve and Paul. Anybody named Steve or Paul, just stay away from them. All right, so once again, thanks for joining us. You can go to www.ymt.com for all of our social media links, YouTube. We got links to other videos. We got that District Delta. He keeps sending me weird shit. I think I'm gonna start putting up stuff that I send you too, because I send you some weird stuff.
Yeah,
I sent you puppet vomit last night, didn't I?
You sent me puppet
vomit. That was
vomit.
weird. That's a real thing, folks. That exists on the streets of New York. You can also download or live stream all of our episodes for absolutely free on www.ymt.com. If you're not into that or it just sounds too complicated, you can also find us on iTunes or wherever you find your podcasts. VictoryProWrestling.com. What's the deal, dude?
So, VPW returns live August 24th to the VFW Hall in Center Reach. I really don't know what's going on with myself, but...
Wait, when?
Wait.
When?
October 24th.
You said
Okay,
August.
yeah.
I went, what the
Did I?
fuck? Yeah.
You said August.
I thought I was in the wrong time zone.
This fucking movie scrambled my eggs pretty bad.
So it says October when?
October 24th, VFW Hall in Center Reach.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I know...
We'll have another episode before that, so they'll get informed again.
It's going to be Ricky. I think he's taking on Fighter Cat. I think...
he's trying to get him back for stealing his shot at the Gold Rumble thing? Yeah, that motherfucker.
I'm pretty sure...
Like his legs steal his titles.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Wasn't the full plan, but we'll upgrade it.
Yeah, we'll
modify
go somewhere with it. And then I think there's going to be some bad blood between Kai and K Fresh.
Oh, is he back?
Yeah, Kai Katana's...
He was out for a while with a head injury of some sort? Or?
Yeah, so... Kai Katana should be cleared to wrestle, and I'm sure he's going to have words with Fresh.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be aiming for the head.
Yeah. Aim his words at his head.
I meant his feet, but okay. So once again, that is VictoryProWrestling.com. The Troy McClure clip comes from me, Jimmy Time. We're accepting all Troy McClure quotes from anybody. If you want to go ahead and give, it doesn't have to be full ones. You can just go ahead and give a portion of idea, like, oh, I think it'd be funny, like if he was in this movie or if he, whatever. We'll work with you. Once again, our intro music is Falling Off Your Love by Kill Paris. That super cool swing song, Watch Your Step, was going to take us out, but I couldn't find it at all.
Oh, no?
Like, I tried really hard. I looked online. I was like, what is the actual name of the song? I just couldn't find it. So I thought I'd find a song that was like kind of close. It kind of sounded a little the same, said the same message. Protect Your Neck by the Wu-Tang Clan will be taking us out today.
Perfect.
Please join us next time for the as claimed by a documentary, the best worst movie, the 1990 multi-genre Troll 2.
All right.
So yeah, hopefully that'll be like so bad it's good. I don't know. Hey, somebody made a documentary. I shouldn't say somebody. The guy who was in Troll 2 made a documentary about Troll 2. They said it was the best worst movie. We'll see. So, for Danny Money and Jay Delta, I am Jimmy Time. Please remember that without the mistakes of others, we would be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts. The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.